Can you touch your toes? If you can't, you've probably been blaming your hamstrings for years, stretching them daily, hanging off door frames, and watching your progress flatline at mid-shin. Here's the question nobody asks first. Is it actually your hamstrings? Because in 8 out of 10 people I assess, it is not. It's your pelvis tilted in a way that locks your hamstrings into a full stretch, and no amount of forward folding will ever fix it. And today, I'll show you how to test it on yourself in 30 seconds so you know how to fix it. This isn't another stretching video. If stretching worked, you'd already be touching your toes. You've tried it, it hasn't worked, and there's a reason. Your body is a chain, and when one link tilts, every link downstream compensates. Your hamstrings aren't tight because they are short. They're tight because they're pulled on 24 hours a day by a pelvis that won't sit in a neutral position. So you have to fix that tilt, and that hamstring will let go. The toe touch will become easy, and that's what we're gonna do today. Now, this is the test everybody skips. Before we talk about fixing anything, we need to know what's actually stuck. And most people stand up, bend forward, reach for their toes, and get to about mid-shin and declare their hamstrings tight. That's not a diagnosis, that's a guess, and it's a false representation. Here's the real test. Sit on the floor, legs straight out in front of you, back against the wall, and now try to sit so your tailbone here, your mid-back here, and the back of your head all touch the wall at once. And if you can't, your pelvis is stuck in a backwards tilted position. Your tailbone is tucked under like a dog that got scolded. You know what I'm trying to say? That tuck is pulling your hamstrings into a stretch before they've even moved, signaling to your brain and body that they're already tight. Now stand up and try to touch your toes again. Watch what your lower back does. If it rounds like a question mark, that's your spine bailing out your pelvis. Your pelvis can't rotate forward over your legs, so your spine folds instead. And that's not flexibility, that's a compensation. Think of your pelvis like a bucket of water. In neutral, the water sits level. Tilted back, the water spills out the back. Tilted forward, the water spills out the front. To touch your toes, the bucket needs to pour forward cleanly over your thigh bone. The bucket is jammed backwards. No amount of bending forward will get you there. So if the pelvis is the lock, what's holding the key? Well, let me tell you the 3 locks on your pelvis. The pelvis isn't stuck on its own. 3 muscle groups are holding it hostage. Ignore any one of them and it doesn't fix that stickiness. Lock number 1, your glutes. When they are chronically tight from sitting, they pull your tailbone under. That's the tuck. People assume tight glutes are strong glutes. They are not. They are short and lazy, and they are dragging your pelvis into the wrong position every time that you stand up. Lock 2, your deep core, the muscle that wraps your spine like a corset. When it's weak, your body compensates by gripping with the outer abs. That outer abs pull your ribcage down and the front of your pelvis up, which tucks the tailbone under from the opposite direction. 2 muscles pulling in the same bad direction here. Lock 3, your hip flexors, that muscle running from your lower spine to the front of your thighs. This is the plot twist. In disc-bound bodies, they become weak at one end, tight at another, and they stop stabilizing the pelvis entirely. Your pelvis loses the anchor. It drifts wherever the glutes and ab will drag it. Stretching your hamstrings addresses none of these underlying issues. You're polishing the wheels while the handbrake is on. Now, we have to unlock each one in the right order. So let's do it. And it takes a little bit of time. So here is the 4-week unlock sequence that you can follow. And this order matters as well. Do this backwards and you'll feel worse before you feel better. I've watched people stretch the hamstrings for months and lose ground. So here's the sequence that works. Week number 1, release the glutes. 90 seconds per side on a lacrosse ball, pressing into the meaty part of that cheek, not the tail bust. You're not trying to smash them. You are teaching your nervous system to let go. Now do this twice a day, morning and before bed. Week 2, add deep core activation. Lie on your back, knees bent, press your lower back gently into the floor by drawing your belly button towards your spine, not sucking in, okay? There's a difference. Hold 10 seconds for 10 reps twice a day. This wakes up the core set muscle that actually stabilizes your pelvis. And week 3, hip flexor reset. Half kneeling position, back knee down, front knee at 90 degrees. Squeeze that back glute, tuck the pelvis slightly under, then shift your weight forward until you feel that stretch at the front of the back hip. 60 seconds per side. This isn't a passive stretch. You're gonna retrain the muscles to fire at its proper length on this one. And week 4, now and only now, we test that toe touch again. again, most people gain 4 to 6 inches or about 10 to 15 centimeters without even stretching the hamstrings. Not because the hamstrings got longer, but because the pelvis finally rotated forward the way it was designed to when you reach for those toes. So there's one more thing that decides whether this newfound range of motion will stick. And I'm going to tell you why this will hold for you and why it might not. Now, you can do the perfect 4-week protocol, touch your toes at the end, and lose every inch of progress that you made in just 6 weeks time. I've seen it happen over and over again, trust me. The reason is simple. You spend 10 hours a day sitting and the chair puts you right back into that posterior pelvic tilt. Your glutes shut off, your hip flexors shorten, the locks re-engage, your body returns to the shape that you practice the most in that seated position. The fix isn't a morning routine, it's 24-hour awareness. Every time you stand up from your chair, reset your pelvis, squeeze the glutes, stand tall, take that 10 seconds, that's it. Do this 30 times a day, every time, and your body will rewire the default position. Think of it like a dent in your car. You can pop the dent out, but if you keep parking against the same wall, it comes right back. So stop parking against that dang wall. The people who hold this fix are the ones who change the environment, not just the exercise. Standing desks, cushions that tilt the pelvis forward, a 2-minute walk every hour. Small levers, big results over time. Remember when I asked you if you can touch your toes? I have a better question. Can you rotate your pelvis forward over your thigh bones? Because that's what toe touching actually is. It was never about the hamstring, but it was about tilting that bucket so the water can flow. Stop stretching a muscle that isn't the problem, okay? Those poor hammies don't need more heartache. Release the glutes, release the deep core, release the hip flexors, change the position your body spends the most hours in, sitting. Do those 4 things and the toe touch will show up on its own. Not because you forced it, but because your body finally let it. You found and fixed the root cause. Comment below if you tried this test and let me know if you are starting this sequence today. Peace and love, and I'll see you in the next one.